Year 5 after Blackthorn. The beacon didn't disappear. For 3 nights, I watched it from the northern tower. For 3 nights, the light remained exactly where it was, steady, unmoving, waiting. Whatever was out there wanted to be seen. That was what worried me. The old world taught people to hide during dangerous times. You didn't light fires. You didn't broadcast your location. You didn't invite strangers to your doorstep. Not unless you wanted something, or unless you weren't afraid of what might come looking. The council met at sunrise. By noon, the decision had been made. The team would travel to the signal tower, find out who activated it, determine whether it was a threat or an opportunity. Naturally, my name was first on the list. I tried arguing. I reminded everybody that I was getting older, that there were younger scouts, faster and smarter scouts. The laughter around the table told me exactly how convincing that argument had been. By sunset, preparations were underway. 6 people, 2 vehicles. Enough supplies for a month. Not nearly enough for what might be waiting. The night before departure, I couldn't sleep. Some habits never leave. I walked through Haven's quiet streets, past homes that didn't exist 5 years ago, past the gardens growing where rubble once stood, past people who had no idea how close the world always was to falling apart again. I wondered if they ever would. I hope not. Near the eastern gate, I found Mara waiting, almost as if she'd known I would be there. Maybe she had. "You're worried," she said. It wasn't a question. I told her no, but she could see straight through it. The truth always felt easier. Yes, I am worried. She looked toward the distant mountains, toward the beacon. "You think it's another Blackthorn?" I considered that, but no. Think it's something worse. That got her attention. Blackthorn had nearly destroyed us, but Blackthorn was simple. Greed, power, fear. Human problems. This felt different. This felt planned. The next morning we left before dawn. The gates opened behind us. The engines roared to life. Haven slowly disappeared in the mirrors. The first few days passed quietly. Too quietly. No raiders, no wildlife, no travelers. The wasteland felt empty, as if something had scared everything away. On the 5th day, we found the first sign, an old checkpoint, military, pre-fall. I almost drove past it. Then I noticed the gate, the fresh paint, fresh repairs. Someone had restored it. The team spread out carefully, weapons ready, eyes scanning every shadow. Inside, we found evidence of recent activity: generators, food supplies, medical equipment, all modern, all functioning, and all abandoned. Whoever had been there left in a hurry. Then one of the scouts called out. I followed her into a small communications room. The equipment was ancient, dust covered, disconnected, except for one screen. One screen that still had power. A message blinked across it over and over. The same sentence, repeated endlessly. Warning, signal received. Warning, signal received. No source, no explanation. Just those 2 words. Signal received. The room felt colder. I don't know why. Maybe because the message wasn't saying a signal had been sent. It was saying that one had been answered. Something had called, and something else had responded. Thousands of miles away, perhaps, or much closer. That night, none of us slept well. The beacon was brighter than ever now, close enough to illuminate the clouds. Tomorrow, we'll reach the tower. Tomorrow, we'll learn who's behind the signal. And tomorrow, I have a feeling we're going to discover that the apocalypse never truly ended. It just changed. End recording.